What's up everybody, me PJ back again, here to bring you guys another review. Today I'm going to be talking about the debut EP from Canadian band Protosequence. It's called Schizophrene. It came out in January and it's a self-release by the band. Now this is the first official release by these guys and they're based out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And these guys play a style of technical deathcore that I would liken to artists such as Abiotic, Within the Ruins, a bit of August Burns Red, as well as early The Faceless. Now this EP is just 4 tracks long and it clocks in around 18 minutes. And what you can expect to hear are very technical songs with a good underlying groove to them, as well as a bit of a foray into atmosphere. Now this EP starts out very strong with the track Pitiless. It's got very memorable vocal lines, and it's got a really nice underlying groove to the whole song. And one thing I really liked about this song was the bass line. It's very audible and it feels very fluid and it gives this nice atmosphere to the track. There's also plenty of technical riffing to be found here. The second track, Guardians, really showcased this band's technical ability. It reminded me of Within the Ruins quite a bit, with their ability to have very melodic leads that are also technical. The third track, Cannabis Daggers, has some great speedy riff work that's showcased very early on in the track, and there's also this great atmospheric break which really reminded me of the more atmospheric moments on Akeldama by The Faceless. As for the final track, Darkness Weeps, there's a lot more atmosphere in this track. It reminded me of what August Burns Red kind of experimented a bit with on their album Constellations, and I get August Burns Red vibes throughout the track, not just in those atmospheric parts, but also through the use of more melodic metalcore elements in this track. Now vocally, this band is probably best likened to Within the Ruins. It's not the most death metal oriented vocal. It sticks more to the hardcore metalcore side of things, but I thought it was pretty well done. I really thought the vocals were quite catchy on the first track. The guitars on this album maintain a high level of groove, but they're also used for atmosphere as well as leads, which can come off as very well done. As for the bass, as I mentioned before, it's very audible. At times it feels very fluid, it's played with finesse, and I really enjoyed its performance throughout the tracks. It brought a lot of more technical moments, something you might hear from a technical death metal band such as Beyond Creation. As for the drums, they're very tight, they're very technical, and they do their job extremely well. I really enjoyed their performance on this album, and I thought it added a lot to the cohesiveness of the tracks. Now in general, this is a very good first outing from this band. It showcases a lot of elements of their style, however at times it can be fairly obvious where they're pulling inspiration from throughout the record. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, it did kind of detract from the overall impact that this EP had on me personally. But that's not to say that you guys shouldn't check this out. I definitely think you should if you're into the more technical side of deathcore and metalcore. As for a score, I'd rate this EP around a 7 out of 10. It's a very solid first effort from this band, definitely showcases their ability to write memorable songs. And I'll definitely be looking out for what this band does in the future. Now, if you have heard this EP already, please let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. If you'd like to hear this EP, down in the description box you'll find a link to their Bandcamp as well as their Facebook page, as well as the YouTube stream of this album, so you can listen to it for yourself and see if you like it or not. That's it for this review. If you'd like to see videos similar to this in the future, feel free to subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys later, and keep it metal.